All right, so today we're going to look at what seems like a really simple story. You know, a classic fable about a fox, but we're not just going to tell you the story. Oh no, we're going to peel back the layers and take a look at the engine that makes it tick. And honestly, the engine that powers almost every story you've ever loved.
So what is hidden inside a simple story? That's really the big question for us today. Because underneath all the talking animals and the straightforward plots, there's this powerful, universal structure that storytellers have been using for, well, centuries. And we're about to break it down piece by piece.
Every great story has to start somewhere, right? It needs to set the stage. In the world of storytelling, they call this the exposition. It's basically where we find out the who, the where, and the what's going on. You know, the normal situation before things get really interesting.
So our fable kicks off with this classic line that immediately puts us in a very specific place and time. We're not just anywhere, we're in a very, very hot season. And that feeling of oppressive heat, that dryness, it's absolutely crucial for everything that's about to happen.
And look how efficiently this world is built. It's not just a forest, it's a distant, dry one. It's a scorching day, and all the ponds, they've dried up. This is what we call the setup. The world itself has a huge problem, a total lack of water, and that immediately creates real stakes.
And here she is, our main character. Now notice how she's not just introduced randomly. She is immediately and directly connected to the biggest problem in her world. The forest is dry, and because of that, our fox is thirsty. Right away, the character and the conflict are completely woven together.
And here's the thing, this is absolutely key. For a story to get going, the main character has to want something. They need a goal. For our fox, it couldn't be more simple, more primal. She wants water. And that desire, that one single goal, is the engine that's going to drive everything she does at the start of this story.
And this is a big deal, right? She's not just sitting around hoping for rain. She is actively out there, searching everywhere, trying to solve her own problem. This shows us she's got agency, she's desperate, and it makes us, the audience, get on her side and start rooting for her.
So you have this whole setup, this normal world. But every story has that one moment, that pivot, where the status quo just shatters and things take a wild, unexpected turn. This is where the real story kicks off.
And there it is, a moment of pure discovery. After all that searching in this bone-dry forest, a glimmer of hope appears, a potential solution. For just a second, it really feels like her problem is solved. You can almost feel the relief, can't you?
So, is this it? Is the story over? Did our hero find what she was looking for? A really good storyteller makes you ask that exact question right before they pull the rug out from under you. It builds up that tension, that anticipation for whatever is coming next.
And there it is, 4 simple words that change absolutely everything. As she's peering into that well, full of hope, her foot slips. It's sudden, it's unexpected, and it completely flips her situation on its head.
Now, this moment perfectly illustrates a core concept in storytelling, what we call the inciting incident. It's that one event that just throws the character's ordinary world into chaos and launches the real story. The fox's problem is no longer about just being thirsty. Suddenly, it has become about pure survival.
Which brings us to the next chapter of our story, inside the well. This is her new reality, a place that's going to be defined by a whole new central conflict.
So, boom, this is the direct consequence of that one slip. She's not just near the water anymore, she is literally trapped by it. Think about the irony there. The very thing she was so desperately searching for has now become her prison.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It shows you the incredible power of that one little slip. Before, her problem was thirst, and her world was a hot forest. Now, her problem is being trapped, and her world is a cold, dark well. Her goal has completely shifted from finding water to just trying to escape. The entire story has been redefined in a split second.
And you can almost hear that thought racing through her mind, can't you? It's the one question that matters now. Her focus has totally shifted. The desperation isn't about getting a drink anymore. It's about finding a way, any way, out of there. This is the new question that's going to drive the rest of the story.
So, let's just zoom out for a second. What have we really seen here? Well, it's a simple but incredibly powerful formula for how basically all stories are born. First, you have a character who wants something. Second, something totally unexpected happens to mess up their plans. And third, because of that, they now have to face a much, much bigger problem. That's it.
And that's where this leaves us. The fox technically solved her thirst problem, but in doing so, she created a life-threatening one. You know, the title calls her a clever fox, but we haven't actually seen any cleverness yet, have we? We've only seen her get into trouble. So the real question the story is asking is, what will she do now? How is this conflict going to reveal her true nature? One problem is over, but a new one has just begun.